Yo, what's happening, everybody?
Whoa!
Welcome. Oh God, I can hear myself in a weird echo. We did this once before. We had some technical issues earlier. Yeah, Holden,
No, it's
I know.
fine. Everything's fine. Holden,
So
everything's
Holden,
great.
how have
Here,
you
listen.
been these days?
No, nobody else can hear it,
I'm
Holden.
horny
That's all in
these
your
days.
brain. That's all in your brain, buddy. That's just no one else can hear what you're experiencing. You're a man and an island of suffering on your own.
Mad Knox, thank you so much for the sub. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm going insane. I keep talking after I'm talking. Hello, Baked Beans. Thank you so much for the sub. Grinner,
And
thank you so
with us
much.
is Reid Faylor. Reid, how you doing? Are you experiencing an audio torture zone from which you cannot escape?
No. All I hear is the soft muffle of my own voice in my ears because I don't even have feedback. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't hear anything. So I'm gonna sound very funny tonight. Unless I undo one of these.
I can't do it. I'm not doing this.
Hey, buddy, it's okay.
Insane.
It's okay. All you have to do is
I'm a
stop
weirdy dude.
talking.
Thank
I
you
know
so
that's
much for
really
the
hard. I know that's hard.
All right, everybody get
There
quiet
actually
for-
was a cure for it. You just have to stop.
Yes, you fix it. Is it
fixed?
It's fixed.
It's
All
fixed?
right. Look,
Oh, okay.
BP cost, thank you so much. That was insane. That was so hard to think. That's what schizophrenic people deal with. That's crazy.
All right, you're off to a good start, guys.
Yeah, James, thank you so much, man. James, behind the fucking numbers and shit, taking care of shit, you know what I mean? Fixing a lot of issues. Gremlins attacking the studio a bunch, you know what I mean? But I get it, man, because people come into the studio after hours, they start drinking scotch, they start smoking mad weed, they start fucking, then they're like, oh, call your fucking Molly guy. I'm like, Molly, it's midnight, and they go, fuck it. And they start doing Molly, and they're like, how fun would it be if we fuck with all the shit in here? And that's a nightly basis, and these are houseless people that live down the block, and I don't know why they let them in and why they let them do what they do. Fart lingering for hours, thank you for the Gronky emotes. Let me introduce our fucking guest for 2 milliseconds. In Missouri, he's known as Killer Kid Extract, and he lost his virginity at the age of 9 to a sentient cube. You might know him as Ball of Balls, the guy that dresses up in all balls. If you go to Chicago by the I Love You statue, every other Saturday he's there, and I know him as Reid Faylor. Reid, welcome to the stream, man.
Thank you so much. Every fact you spoke about me was truer than the last. I am every one of those things, and I am also the bean in Chicago.
There you go.
I am the bean.
That's why they say go
I've
I've
flip.
been inside you, Reid. I've walked
inside of
through
me?
you. I've been inside
You've
that
walked
bean. I've
under
taken
me.
photos.
Mhm.
I feel like I was enclosed in Bean. Also in the studio, it's the one, the only, the nightmare being the #1 killer of dreams, Tearzo.
Yeah.
Oh
Whoa.
my God!
Whoa.
We were sitting on Mike Wazowski's zone this whole
Jesus
time.
Christ, I'm so glad I didn't see you while the audio thing was happening. God knows. I was like, what is that? Is Tearzo trying to be like, oh, I'm tripping balls now? No, you're the eyeball monster from Monsters Inc.
That's really bad.
TK Bun, thank you so much. Yeah, the stuff of nightmares. Everyone's upset about it in chat. No one is thrilled about this situation. Go back to it.
I'm a little thrilled.
No one's thrilled about
as
that
a
at
Lighty
all.
Mom Billy Crystal fan.
Yeah. Everyone's really fucked up about that one.
Hi, it's
Put
me,
that
Mike
thing
Wazowski.
back
Put that
where it
thing
came
back,
from.
or so help me.
Yeah. What the flying fuck is
Also,
that?
help me.
Billy Crystals in chat.
So help me.
The Weed Wife, thank you so much for the sub as well. Hey, look, we got a crazy one tonight, okay? We're calling this one Crazy Canoe version. And essentially, when you're riding on the Crazy Canoe, you don't have time to stop because the rapids are going to get ya. And they're going to be like, hey, man, you want to get some Molly? Be like, it's midnight, dude. We're in the middle of the woods. And then they're like, squeal like a piggy. And they just, and they have their way
You're
with
thinking
you.
of Deliverance. That is not a Pixar
No, I'm
film.
thinking about my family vacation that we took every year to the mountains of North Carolina, Jake, because every year we would decide to go through the same really bad part of the woods in a canoe, and then we'd get raped. But up next, we have Pixar movies to discuss, and we have a lot. Let's pop the list up really quick. Bam!
We have 28.
This
is
28.
the most we've ever had to cover. This is every single major motion picture release. We're going to have to get blasting. We're going to have to get crazy. And I honestly don't know if our chat will survive this experience, because we've never done this before in Tears of a Clown history.
Yes.
Tearso is holding the horn of Move It Along.
Yeah.
When we absolutely have to move it along, the horn will sound.
The horn will
we
sound.
have to give it a letter.
Yeah, so it's like a lightning round, very fast go of it, okay? This is going to be really something exciting. I promise I won't say the word again, by the way. People are definitely upset about trigger warning on that word. I know you're supposed to do it ahead of time, but I'm saying it after takes it away by half. All right. I will be quiet, Rainzor. I'll shut up my own live stream. My cousin, what are you, the guy from last week? Ooh, I want to ban somebody. I'm not even mad today. Reid, what do you think about... Sorry, go on, Jake.
Tirzo Wazowski was pointing out that there are sub balloons to hand out. If you give 5 or more subs, you can affect the Pixar list. So if you're one of those good dinosaur weirdos, or God help me, a Cars 2 fan,
start with that.
You can make it happen.
I gotta
go
to bat.
Demo, barely
By the
a
way,
movie.
Reid, you're already talking some besmirchment against Cars, and I gotta say, I gotta go to bat for my girl Winnie, dude. It's her favorite franchise. She loves Cars too. I'm gonna have to go a little to bat with her, but let's get into it. So, real quick, Reid, we got to do lightning round. What makes a good Pixar movie?
When it hurts really bad. Or there's a character that doesn't talk at all, and you've never related more to somebody.
Jake, what makes a good Pixar movie?
It's got to look beautiful, got to be cutting edge in visual fidelity, and it's got to have heart, it's got to have soul, baby.
Yep, got to have heart, got to have soul, but not the movie Soul. That wasn't a very good one.
Mama with big old hips and glasses.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the
and
lady's
a man
big
lurking
ass.
in the shadows, ready to hug.
We're going to talk about her big dirty ass. Now, she never washes her ass and all this kind of stuff.
Gotta get moving.
Yeah, we got to get moving. All right, come on, let's get the first one on there.
Crazy Canuco, Bugs Life, C. It's
Bugs Life, I feel C on this for sure. It's very mid.
C.
I mean, but what is an F at this
C.
point? I know you're going to say Cars 2, but what is a D at this point? Is Bugs Life not a D?
Oh,
Was it better than
Bugs
Ants?
Life
Yes.
is redeemed. Bugs Life is redeemed for that one scene where evil Kevin Spacey Grasshopper is like, you don't realize if we give people even an ounce, they'll realize if we let the ants think they have power, they'll actually form an equitable society. And so you got to crush it. Baby's first communist manifesto. I love it.
Trigger warning on Kevin Spacey, though. I already said.
I agree.
Go on, Reid. Yeah, what do you say?
Because, I mean, in these recent days, I did see that quote from A Bug's Life, and I felt stronger inside. And I didn't think I'd get that from Bug's Life, but some things weather the years better than others.
What's the quote?
Some
Is it
poems written in the air, some in the sand.
beautiful? Is that the quote?
Yes, that is the quote. No,
I was like, yeah. What's the quote? Is it like you're a big man?
That was 100%.
Whoa,
Reid,
God.
baby.
Whoa. God.
Yeah, was it something like you're a big strong man, you're a big mean man, or what's the quote really quick, and then we'll give it the C.
Nobody knows the Bugs
Jake,
Life
it was
quote by
something
heart.
along the lines of, that's the thing, if the ants knew they could rise up again. Yeah, there we go.
You let one ant stand up to us, and they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100-1. And if we ever let them figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. Man, no quote's good if it has the word
B,
ants in
B.
it that many times. No, is it B?
It's
What
B
is it?
now.
Reid,
It's
is it
now.
B?
I will give it B.
All
I
right,
will
gi-
give
Yeah.
Give it a B
it.
for
It was their
Bug.
second one. It was their second one. They were trying real hard.
Yeah.
They got
I'm
cameras and they went down on the grass. It's really cute.
I'm
They had fun,
reasonably
those little
into
40-year-olds.
capitalism for sure. I definitely think that's good. Yeah, but I grew up with Mommy Silver Spoon. Okay, what do we have?
Way too much time on Bug's Life. Let's go.
Way too much. Let's
we
go.
gotta keep going.
It doesn't deserve that much.
Okay, brave. Ooh. She's so brave. Her hair is red. She's a
This
warrior.
was a whiff.
And I can get the contingent of chat here, and she's a big, strong woman. What do you guys think? And I like big, strong women. What do you guys think?
Merida's a great character. Merida's fun. The hair physics, like big technical achievement. Half the movie is just about bear shenanigans, and it falls apart. It is not a solid film.
I will give that if more of the movie had been about the triplets bear shenanigans, I'd be all in, baby. 3 little baby bears having fun. It was really enjoyable to watch that part. But I agree. I'm gonna give it a B though. Like
some people are saying C because she was serving cunt. I don't know if we're just gonna go with stuff just because of the letter though. Bear shenanigans might be fun for sure. And yes, I do remember there being a mother-daughter thing going on for sure. Welcome, Madam Mams.
You have the men thrip in the tapestry. That's a terrible Scottish accent.
I don't think it's as good as Bug's Life, so it's got to be C or D. That's what I'm saying.
You don't think
C
it's
is fine. D is
Bug's Life.
I remember liking it a lot when I first saw it, and then like never really returning to it. Whereas a Bug's Life I watch about once a week, for sure.
As a princess in the Disney catalog, she's like the only fucking one besides Moana that doesn't get the dude like.
Which is
good.
worthwhile
to have. It's nice to show
in
to
me
a
own
girl
hand.
child.
But isn't Frost Woman? I thought the Frozen Woman was a metaphor for me. Isn't she also like independent and strong?
Oh, but just wait till Frozen 3 where she meets Mr. Fire and sparks fly. It's not a pun. He doesn't spark. He's lava.
Frozen, not Pixar. Okay, yeah, that's true. Frozen's not Pixar. All right, we got to give it something.
That's the horn. Tick tock,
B.
C, D, B. I like B. I think it's not better or it's not worse than Bug's Life, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Elsa's a strong gay woman. Okay. All right. What do we have next? Cars. Now that's a movie you can set your watch by. I would have definitely given Cars. I would have definitely given Cars like a fat D or F, or probably a D based on Cars 2 being a worse movie technically. But let me say this right now. I would say that I really strongly feel that after being forced to watch Cars so much. That it is such a strong. WTF does set your watch on mean? What does that mean? I keep reading it and it's making me insane. Welcome to chat. Red Age, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Probably in revenge for Brave. So yeah, go for it. There's the first sub balloon. Red Age. Thank you so much. But I will say I was forced to watch this movie a lot because of my daughter, and I found Cars 1 especially to be a very just airtight script. You know what I mean? Yes. It really moves. And Lightning McQueen.
I still haven't finished it. Can't even talk about it.
Well, that's the problem.
I've tried with a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old who has sat through so many movies.
Right.
Who will watch Castle in the Sky and just be like, I'm going to watch the whole thing. I don't care.
You're highfalutin. Oh, this is what we're going to deal with now.
Yeah.
Reid's highfalutin kids.
No, it's not highfalutin. She watches trash and garbage all the time. I don't care how many dogs do construction. It's not worth. You shouldn't tell me a story about that.
I can't believe your argument is actually that your kids don't like it. Because I agree with True Goonie says Cars is S tier for kids. You know what I mean?
But the fact that it still can't even. She's finished every movie, and we still haven't watched Cars all the way. And we've tried 3
What about
times.
Cars 3? That one's very strong.
Is that the one where they do introduce the fact that there could have been a Cars 911?
Is that
part of Cars 3?
Did that happen in Cars 3?
So I'm going to bump it up to B.
VCon, thank you so much for this.
We're going to get to Cars 3 eventually, though.
Yeah. We got it. I'm saying we're already like stuck in a B zone. I agree with Holden that it is a solidly constructed film. Like A to B to C to D, like everything follows the step. Classic sports movie, lost his touch, reconnects with the spirit of being a car thanks to small town wisdom, and comes back and wins. Ka-chow, Lightning McQueen. This might be an A, just as like a Pixar. And also, all of our favorite Pixar movies would not exist if Cars didn't make so much fucking money for this studio.
I'm just happy to give
devil. We made a beautiful deal with him to make all this art.
Look, A and S, I think, should be reserved for what Pixar does best, right? And what Pixar does best, is there's got to be a little bit more heart in there. I think Cars 3 actually it could be an A. Cars 1 though, it's just airtight. And I know we're stuck in B, but I think it's a B, bro.
All right. We got to keep it moving.
Stockholm syndrome with the Cars. You have to convince yourself to like it because of how many times you've had to watch it. Otherwise, you go mad. Exactly. Thank you so much, VCon, for being in chat. Thank you so much, everybody, right now. But yes, I definitely have Stockholm syndrome.
It's coming.
I think Cars 2 is actually not bad now. Cars 2, let's talk about it. Wow. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I'm completely fine with the fact that it's going to be down there because this is, a Pixar list and most of the movies are better, but it's really not that bad. Like, Painter Haley, thank you so much for the sub. Absolutely.
Right.
The second one's on here because it's a Pixar movie and we're doing Pixar movies.
I think it has to be D. I think it just has to be D.
I think it has to be D. It's really
back on this.
Well, wait, is it not F?
Is there anything?
Is there an F on the list?
Ooh, that's a good point. It's like, oh yeah, Lightyear is very much an F.
Okay.
There's okay. Let's just put it at D, and we can sort it out with vetoes when we get to the final list.
Why are people upset with the list? It's literally every Pixar movie ever made. We're doing Pixar movies. There's literally no way you can be mad at this list.
They didn't catch the crazy canoe. They don't know that we're doing an unprecedented.
Yeah, we're doing like a lightning round because it's literally all of the Cars movies.
You about our lives. We aren't going to make jokes. We are going to give you ratings based on facts and evidence as quickly as we can.
Yes. And I'm fine with D because you know what? I would actually even give it a C.
It's going to haunt you if you put things above it.
Cars 3
that don't deserve that.
Cars 3 does have heart. All right, let me do this lightning round really quick. Cars 3 does have a lot of heart. Look, Cars 1 is literally just Doc Hollywood, but you know what? It's really endearing and the script is airtight and it really moves. It is speed. But Cars 2 is like a weird James Bond movie. It makes no sense. It's like, it kind of reminds me of that DuckTales movie where they have to travel around getting the little jewels or whatever for Scrooge or whatever with the... Anyways, but Cars 3 has a lot of heart. Lightning McQueen, he's looking at like getting out of the business. You know what I mean? He's like down in his luck. He's getting old. And then this young upstart, she's like, I'll train you up. And she has all this technology and stuff like that. But it doesn't work out, right? So they end up with like his old trainer who's dead. And it's really dramatic and beautiful. Whatever, eyeball. You're not even tears of me this week. Your eyeball. I can't handle this. I can't handle what you've done, how you've done this to yourself. So yeah, but anyways.
10 seconds to talk about Up.
So anyways, but I will say Up's ass. We're done with Up. So anyways, he ends up like having to face his own like career woes and like take a step back and like let her be the new generation. It has a lot of heart. It's really beautiful. And Winnie loves it and she can't get enough of it. And it's A, damn you. It's A, Reid.
Okay.
I can't. I haven't even begun to think about I'm not trying to be hoity-toity here, but Cars is unadulterated boy trash.
My daughter loves it.
Pornography for children. Your daughter.
Did you say pornography for children?
I almost said your daughter is a child porn addict, but then I was like, that doesn't mean what I want it to mean.
Good save.
And by the way, really quick, Mr. Porn for Children, because that's what he said. I will also say, yeah, because it is better than Bug's Life, because Bug's Life is communist propaganda. There, I said it. Jake?
No, that's why Bug's
I've never
Life is
seen it.
worthwhile.
I've never seen Cars 3. I'm out of the discussion on this one.
Yeah,
All right, today. Put it today.
All right.
Done. It's over. You guys don't have arguments because you guys didn't bring a knowledge of the game. You didn't bring a knowledge of the movie, my friends, and that's where we're at. And I'm making chat mad tonight, and I'm liking it. Go on to the next one. Coco made me cry. It's an S until I die. Coco. Coco.
It's S. It's
Coco,
S.
it makes me cry. It's all about how you die. Coco, dude. Dude, it is such an S. Rainzor, you so need to get timed out for saying it should be F. I'm gunning for you now. Everyone else knows.
Wow.
F. Who said F? What cold, stone-hearted Gollum.
Yeah. Go off. Go keep calling him stuff.
Don't. The dog is funny, you fuck. What are you talking about? He builds a guitar. It turns out the guy murdered a guy. He lied about
That's such a good
poisoning.
twist.
The song is so fucking good. It is heartbreaking when he sings it to Grandma Coco. Grandma Coco, I have something to sing for you.
Yeah, let him cook.
Remember me, even though I have to say goodbye. Remember me. Don't let it make you cry. Her dad is going to disappear. For even though I'm far away, I hold you in my heart. I sing this secret song to you each night we are apart. He just wanted to see her. That's why he dressed up like Frida Kahlo.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. I'm just going to say, if you move Bug's Life up to A, I'm moving Cars 3 up to S with my veto balloons. Just know that. Just know that's what's going to happen. And be excited about that, because that's what's going to happen. That was beautiful. Give it an S. All right. Just know that's what's going to happen, and then we're fine. All right, what's next? Elemental. This actually, I can't speak. My words aren't available right now. I have not yet seen Elemental. I heard it was pretty mid. Go off, Reid and Jake.
It's pretty mid.
It's mid,
but it's good. It's on the better side of mid and people were like, "Oh, another Pixar." Like they're in the flop era, but like when you watch it, it's like really good. It's like it's got things to say. It's got heart. It's got beautiful visuals.
It kind of had heart. It felt a little flat to me. I felt like it simplified some pretty big story things. Where in other movies they give you the benefit of the doubt. They talk. I'm like, why did they fucking get kicked out of the Fire King? What? Tell me about the fire. Like, it skimped on some things, and I think it went harder on kind of a little bit of empty visuals. It was neat when they did stuff with crystals. It was neat when they went underwater. I'd rather learn about their families. I don't know.
All right, Jake.
It's like they can't get into actual, like, oh, well, my father supported the Generalissimo back in his home country. And then they're like, you can't get into actual reasons.
Yes, they can.
No, because then it specifies it to a community, and they're trying to make it like, you know, it's like being an immigrant's kind of like this. And, you know, everybody.
I suppose.
All right, let me do something really quick while Jake's choking. This is such a crazy one. This is such a weird one. Okay, really quick. Is it better than
Joe Pear's in there, and he deserves it. He's
is
one
it
of
better
like
than
4 cast members?
Is it better than Brave?
Yes.
Is it better than A Bug's Life, which is communist propaganda, and I don't even know if we should honor it on this list.
It is better than Bug's Life. It is better than Bug's Life. It could
just be regular trade unionism, Holden. Everybody loves trade unionism.
I like trade. I don't like unionism.
I'm not going to go too hard for it. I just remember watching it on Disney Plus after it was already considered a flop and going like, "Oh, this isn't bad at all." That's where
that's part of it. I saw it in theaters and was kind of pumped, and I was like a little like, it's pretty good.
I'll go with what you say, Reid. I'll go with what you say.
Yeah, give it a letter, Reid.
I'm gonna give it a C.
Damn.
No, I'm gonna give it a D.
Donald J. Holden, look, I didn't even mean to be like a scab or whatever. I like Starbucks unions or whatever it is, but none of the rest of them. Okay, now go on. Finding Nemo's up there, baby. I think that is a classic A. I think that is an absolute classic A with a bullet. Doesn't quite hit the peak that some of the other stuff does, but man, is it so solid. I mean, unfortunately, Ellen DeGeneres is in it, and she, we know how that turned out. But besides that, but she's very charming in it, and now she lives in the Cotswolds. In jolly old England. Did you get buggered last night, Reid? All right. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I'm okay with A. I think it is a solid classic. I think there's lots of memorable moments, lots of memorable characters. Touch the butt. I mean, come on.
All right, Reid, can you give your reaction in a bit of a British accent?
The thing is that there ain't one to remain to Nemo. Seems as though he's dying every 2 minutes. They think he's dead. They think he's caught in the net. They think he's dead. They think that he's got knocked out by the net after all the tuna crushed him. They think he's dead again. He just can't see him for a second, thinks he's dead. It's a little hard being a parent watching that movie, knowing that the child might be dead so often. I don't think it deserves an A.
I love that. By the way, Michael Caine was in Cars 2, you fucks. So just throwing it out there. Second of all, whatchamacallit, fucking, sound like you were doing I was about to guess Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I thought you were quoting a movie for a second there.
No, just a dude that I heard on a boat in once.
In what?
I heard this dude give a tour on a boat. Hey, this all time. Over here you can see the Shakespeare Globe Theatre. Like, it's his great voice. I was never forget it.
Are we seriously?
So gnarly.
Reid, are you saying B? Did you say B?
B. I'm saying B.
Really?
But
Not
I would go
A?
with A because 2 A's and a B.
2 A's make a right.
But genuinely, it kind of bugged me at the end.
Bug's Life. All right, we're gonna go definitely A, especially because it does seem to be something that might make Chad upset yet again, which is a little enjoyable for me. All right. Joe Mama says this is crazy. And people are calling it insane. I feel like A is fine. It's not like it doesn't. It's not
very good. A is incredible.
But
it's not like
the emotional
impactful.
tugs in it are more manipulative, and they're not as resonant.
There you go.
It's a little bit pandering with the emotions sometimes.
It's a little bit pondering, emotional sometimes. Are really fun. Oh, sorry.
The story's great, but I don't know. It tugs a little bit too much. Where I'm just like, just let them fucking have a good time.
Yeah. I thought it was gross when that little squid inked itself.
I think S it hits an extra level of like
funny.
Coco to me, I look at every time you mention the movie Coco, literally everybody on this panel and everybody in chat was like, oh, Coco. If I hear Finding Nemo, I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Throw it on. It's a good time. It's like
time with it.
Solid as shit. But like Coco, I'm sure will be S. Maybe Wall-E potentially. There's something deeper to it. It just hits at a deeper level. And I have another one in my head, but I don't want to keep like giving stuff away. It's solid, but it just doesn't it doesn't reach the same height.
The crazy canoe has pulled to a complete stop. We gotta keep moving.
It's also an A, you crazy people. I'm not giving it like a C. All right, next up, what do we got? I can't speak about this one.
Ellen.
I can't speak about this one. What do you guys think? In chat, this is your time. Sound off. What is this?
I did not feel like this was like I watched it once and I reached for my phone at some point. C or D is absolutely valid.
C or D. It's fine. Like it's really not like it chugs along, has funny laughs and stuff.
It's I know there's like the angle that like, oh, Dory is like every child with special education needs, but like that's no, it's just Ellen being forgetful. I'm sorry. Nah. Let's say D. Let's mix it up. Let's get nasty with it.
Yeah, let's go D. Let's go D.
Let's give it a D.
I don't think it is D.
You don't think it is D? What do you think it is?
I think it's closer to a C personally, but I
On my personal list, I do have as a C, but I'm following the women.
Okay,
crowd.
you know what?
I'm a sucker.
James's word has weight here. Okay.
Do we go
James,
A? You know, do we put it next to its
C.
original? Okay, I think it's D, but all right, C. Okay,
I will
maybe
watch
not
it
as
if
bad
I-
as Cars
It's
2.
not bad.
Maybe not as bad as Cars 2.
No, it's not as bad as Cars 2.
All right, there you go. All right, up next we have. All right, The Good Dinosaur. Reid, you were a champion of this filmic experience, which I think makes you a dumb, stupid idiot man in his little tiny house, and then he comes outside and he goes, "Oh, there's an apple on the tree," but he can't get to it, and so he pulls a gun out and he starts shooting at the apple, and then some person comes out and says, "Hey, you got to get arrested for that. You can't just shoot at a tree."
I'm not going nuts on it. Well, actually, if I'm going by my personal list, I'll be honest to it. I give it an A.
All right.
Whoa.
It's not great, but the drug scene in it is so fucking funny.
Really?
Where they
It's
eat
like
the bad
a minute
apples.
tops.
It's a minute of it.
It's
and
yeah,
great.
they eat
What? I don't
fermented
care.
fruit and they
Dumbo-
do a classic.
Dumbo
No,
had
he-
it too.
like,
Here
it's-
they come. Here come the Well, the March of the
They
Elephants.
don't
and-
commit as hard. If anything, they should have
Esther, thank you
committed
so much.
harder to the sequence. But it's like a minute long.
I thought you'd be ruder to it, so I put in, I'll be honest, a real hot take. It was hotter than I meant. I would probably go B with it, because it was not as bad as everyone made it out to be. This was my one where I saw it and was like,
Yep.
oh, I thought this was supposed to be like god-awful. I actually really enjoyed this. Like, it still hit
True
hit a
Goonie
couple
also
points.
says this was the first one that their cousin worked on, and I kind of wanted to give it a little props for that because, yeah, people would normally be like, you know, like dirtbag Twitch stream people be like, yeah, dude, yeah, man, it should be an F, bro, you know, and kind of and being like, yeah, vape, dude, I'm a vape lord,
All right.
yeah.
In defense of Good Dinosaur, they do a lot of really amazing work in terms of photorealism, in terms of like environmental simulations. Like, it is gorgeous. It is physically gorgeous. But the movie just has like outright pacing issues. There's no real villain. There's just like gaggles of mean dinosaurs that show up and then get taken out like immediately. There's just
They're
like
good
beats that like
dinosaurs.
don't. It's
Joyce the
just
Rangers.
not as cohesive as a Pixar standard. This would be like amazing by DreamWorks standards, incredible by Sony standards, but it's just not, when paired up with all the other Pixar movies, it's just not an A. That's all I'm saying.
Whoop,
oh, I
whoop. By the
absolutely
way,
give
we
you
should
that.
do the Joker card albums for ICP at some point during one of these, which
Great.
would be a lot of fun. Yeah. And then you're going to get some real fun face paint from Tirzo. Woo! Jackalos!
C, mid. We're doing it mid. Not the worst, not as bad as people say it is.
Yeah, let's give it a C. 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 All right, let's keep it rocking. What do we got next? The Incredibles, and look at her big old butt. Everybody, even at whatever political side you're on, you can agree that she has a big asshole. Do you think the hole is as big as the or actually probably the
It's
meat?
Elastigirl. She
Yeah, the
can
meat-
make it as wide or as narrow. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the horn. You
Yeah,
can't keep
Yeah,
telling
that
us
was the
about
horn. That was the horn.
Thank
you.
Incredibles. It's great.
Before
But is it
this
good?
movie came out before the MCU, and for comic book nerds, for superhero fans, we watched this movie and we're like, holy shit, why is the best superhero movie ever made not even about like classic superheroes? It's like a bunch of make-em-ups. It really is like incredibly well done. It stands kind of apart from all the other Pixar movies because it is this
does.
kind of like action adventure superhero story that is like outside of the like modeling kind of more emotional things.
It's
that
part
they
of
do.
the Brad Bird cinematic universe, which spans many production companies. And he's got the Iron Giant in there.
Oh yeah,
It's got some other
perfect.
things.
Perfect
It's got
movie.
Mission Impossible 4 for some reason or something.
Iron Giant. Now that's an S tier film right there. That'll get you going.
S-tier.
Yeah, Edna
I give this an
Mode,
A.
No Capes,
I really
Frozone.
like
I want to say
Incredibles.
S.
I
wanna say
feel
S.
A personally. I
give it
feel A
S.
about this, but I'll
or
go
A.
with you, Jake. I'll go with you to. I'll ride with you to S. I'll die with you to S. Reid, would you go with Jake to S?
I would. The characters have stood up. Someone just in chat said Edna, and it's like, oh, fucking Edna. Like, so well done. Which is Brad Bird. I think that's Brad Bird doing that voice. The director and writer.
Hold on, saying A is a bozo call. Well, you're the bozo, Drew can't see. So go to the bozo store and get some bozo hats and shirts and call the clerk over and be like, I need help finding the good size for me. And he'll be like, oh, they're in the back.
I'm paddling this canoe. It's S. It's S. Let's go.
Oh, I need a bozo hat. Drew can't see. I'm about to take you to the bozo parade, and you'll march on the parade, and all the kids will laugh at you. All right, what do we have next? Bozo. I'll give you a bozo. All right, because we're just going like right in a row here.
Now this, I will give B or C. Like I like it, but it's just not
I'd
compelling.
give this a D.
Like, I'd never
I
want to watch
hated
it.
This.
Really?
Yeah.
It really just like falls apart. It's way too long. It's the whole intrigue with like the corporation, the brother and sister. It's just like I truly do not enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
I gotta pause for a second. Everybody calling me Bozolden in chat and in hat. I meant to say in hat. I want you to take a hot air balloon to a volcano and fucking and KYS. Okay?
No. You can't do that, Holden. It's
okay.
Okay. Hot air is what makes the balloon rise. So if it goes over a volcano, that's just going higher up. You can't hurt someone that way.
Whatever. Okay, fine. This Bozolden is moving Cars 3. No, wait. Actually, I'm gonna wait because I know what they're gonna try to do with Bug's Life later, and we're not playing that. Homie ain't playing that. Okay. Reid, what are we doing here, man? Let's talk about something else.
Let's just call it a C and move on. It was fine.
All right,
Fine.
fine. It's a
Is it a C? Is
disappointment.
that a
It's a
D?
disappointment.
Okay, it's not a D. I was surprised.
Enjoyed it. Like it's a fun little like none of these except for the Cars franchise are bad movies. They're just like not as good as the others, or they're just like I'll watch it if it's on TV.
But I'm telling you, if you can get through Cars 1 and 2, which I do think is absolutely 100% necessary to watch before you get to Cars 3, then it will totally rock your world.
Motherfucker.
I've seen it in every situation. I've seen it in the shower. I've seen it.
Holden. We can't do this.
Okay.
We can't do this. We got to keep.
What do we got? Inside Out is ass as fuck. Bing bong.
It's
made me cry so much. It's so good. It's so personal. God. This is better. This is what's better than Finding Dory. Everyone's like, oh, Finding Dory. How is that not us? Because this exists. Because Inside Out exists, and some other movies exist. It is so goddamn good, and it does so much more than Finding Dory. It absolutely cuts to a core of what it is to like grow up to a certain stage and go through all that in your life, and how rough it is to go. It's like our modern day Catcher in the Rye. You twits. Reid, tell them what the fuck is up, dude, and you can absolutely use cursing words.
The fucking twist of the movie is why is sadness? Why is it? Why do we get sad? That was the crux of the movie, and I didn't know until the movie told me.
Yeah.
I didn't know the whole movie. I'm just like, yeah, but what the fuck is the point of sadness?
Yeah.
Why would I ever want to feel that way? Why does it keep telling me?
I cried.
I did, and I kind of agreed with it.
I cried multiple times.
It brings people in. It purges you of the bad feelings and lets you move on. It's beautiful.
When Imagination
it's a
World
true
started falling
reflection.
apart, I cried. Was the first time I sobbed. I was like, I've never had a movie really like cut me, like reach me in that way. Actually, you know. And I've seen a lot of movies,
Inventive,
dude.
too.
I've seen the 3 best movies ever made. I've seen American Beauty, American Pie, and Once Upon a Time in America. Okay, I've seen all 3 of the best movies ever made. Okay. What? Oh, no, come on! Nothing was smarter or more cinematic than that bag. Than simply a bag floating in the wind.
We all sat down and we're like, we agree, no weird tangents. We got to get through this huge list. And you have done nothing but go on the weirdest fucking tangents, Holden.
Yeah.
How are you like this?
All right, okay, give it an S. I'm sorry, Jake, do you want to speak towards how it was good, or are you good?
No,
with
it's fucking incredible. It's S. Maturity means holding more than one emotion at once. It's beautiful.
All right, there you go. Up next, dude, American Beauty, man. What a... Anyways.
Oh, come on. The second time we've talked about Kevin Spacey tonight. Stop it.
Inside Out 2, I genuinely really liked. Definitely not as good as S tier. But up
like
there,
it.
maybe A for me. Reid?
Maybe A. I put it at B just because it just didn't hit the incredible like beauty of Inside Out. I was like, it didn't. It disappointed
It doesn't
me just
quite
a
get
little
there.
bit.
Yeah, Living
It should have
Dead
been better than it
Ghoul.
was.
Thank you so much for
maybe.
the sub. Also, by the way,
Man, you could talk about such hard things. It could have been a little bit more. Like it was good. It wasn't bad.
It was really good. It's I think personally, Inside Out is so like fundamental to like everybody is a young child that has to like understand themselves and like grow up in like such a formative basic way. And then Inside Out 2, it's like all of these like different, like they handle it really well. The whole thing with the panic attack and she like, you know, does the sensory things to like
really
get
good.
herself
All
back
that.
down.
oh, that's
But,
great.
like,
I love Ennui. Ennui is such a
Really?
great character.
Ennui was
Really funny.
great. I really like this movie. People are already getting mad at us for, I guess, for not like championing it more. This is like
Mappy.
when
Hilarious.
chat gets weird. We're championing the movie though. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's a B movie. I think it's an A movie. Also,
give
by
it
the way,
an
if you
A.
disagree,
It's
5
still more-
gifted subs will get you moving anything up or down 1 slot.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an A because I put Finding Nemo personally at B, and I'm like, it's more poignant than that. It gives a little more insight. I know we put Finding Nemo at A, so it's at least as good as Finding Nemo for me.
It's definitely as good as Finding Nemo. Hey, Miles of Style, thank you for the 5 gifted sub. Miles of Style is getting a veto balloon. Miles of Style, thank you again. So anyways, I would say, I would even consider it B. It's up there. It's, should we go, Cody, thank you so much. Should we go, Jake?
A.
Give it a letter.
A.
Yeah.
It's A.
All right, let's
It's
do
A.
it.
Still way
It's
more
A.
insightful and like speaks to reality and like being a human being than almost any of the other movies.
I'll
on
keep
this
doing my
list.
job as an A. I definitely think it's an A. I forget who said it might be a B, but I definitely was always going to argue for A. So get mad at one of them. All right, next up, what do we got?
I would say it just was.
Yeah, this was, and not because of woke nonsense culture war stuff, because culture war doesn't exist anyways. It was all made up.
I'm upset
get
they
a
didn't
billionaire
show
into
that
office.
lesbian married couple kiss more.
Yeah, that would be great,
they'd
actually.
have a whole minute.
Give me way more of that. So, Jake, speak towards this because you're the one who really trashed it so hard for me that I didn't even watch it.
It's
I
just
also
a
didn't even
non.
watch
It's
it. I
just.
don't know.
It should not exist. There's like they keep trying to like explain like, oh, this is the movie that Andy saw that made him want to buy the toy, but like the movie Andy saw wasn't like a children's like animated adventure show. It was a Interstellar for babies, like dystopian nonsense film. Like it's dingy, it's ugly. The dumb twist where like and I'll fucking spoil it. I don't give a shit. Where it's like the bad guy was him from the future. Buzz was Zurg all along, and like it's just it really is just it's dour. It's just it makes no sense. It was a waste of time and resources. It absolutely is like one of the biggest whiffs. Just Pixar.
I also like this from
making
Britnick. The
something-
whole point of Buzz is that he's so Delulu in Toy Story in the beginning. So it sort of like legitimizes, you know what I mean? In a way that, is dumb. Okay, it's F. Give it F.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll give that a bit.
All right.
I just haven't even cared to watch it. It doesn't
Yeah,
interest
same.
children. It doesn't interest me.
Yep.
I'd rather watch Andy watch the movie. Like that. I like Andy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see what Andy's up to.
Right,
Is he having
right.
kids now? That's gonna be Toy Story 5.
Ooh,
Andy has kids. He wants
kids.
Woody
They're
back.
like, we
The search
only
for
want
Woody.
screens.
I'm just calling him.
yeah,
I think
they're like,
about the Toy Story franchise so much. Like,
yeah, I bet he kills his
that's
own
gonna-
kid with a
they-
tablet at the end because they don't like toys. So he
Oh,
bashes
no.
their head in with a tablet. All
Right,
right, what's
And
next?
we're done.
Just iPads talking to each other. Yeah, which they can already do. Luca. Everybody loves Luca.
I saw this under like bad circumstances. I was like with the in-laws over Christmas. And,
I was
like,
at a
nobody was
funeral.
paying attention.
I was literally attending a
What?
funeral and it was just on. I
And you
don't
just
know.
it
And they were like, is he in? Like, did the person who died, did they like this movie? Like, I don't even think they saw it, but they just put it on. It was very strange. But anyways, Jake, what were you going to give it?
This was during the pandemic era, straight to Disney
Yeah.
Plus, if I'm not mistaken, which was
kinda
a dark
gets-
time for Pixar.
yeah, I felt like it got brushed over, and I heard nothing about it, knew nothing about it. It was just there, and then like 3 years later, I watched. I was like, "Oh, that was good. I liked that."
Yeah.
like it.
I just hate bicycles and the Italians in general. So like,
Right.
I was already really
I say take their food, get rid of them. You know what I mean? Just get the food out of them. Keep the cooks. Wipe out the rest of the whole continent. But people are saying there's a very queer thing going on.
Oh yeah,
Okay, in
yeah,
it,
boymance.
Yeah.
which
boymancy.
I trust and love. Call Me by Your Name used to be good until Army Hammer became deviant. But that scene with that blood orange, I wanted to put my blood in that. I'm sorry. Okay. Gay Italians. What are we giving them? I give Gay Italians a A.
I gave it a B personally.
Let's
JD
give it
does
a
that
B.
thing with
Let's
the
give it
raid.
a B.
Let's give it a B. For being gay.
A ones are also so good. It has to be pretty damn good to be. A.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what do we have next? Maybe some more boy-on-boy action? Absolutely, Monsters Inc. There you go. There's the eyeball. There's the reason we've been tortured tonight. I loved
This was
Monsters
one-
Inc. when it came out. I thoroughly loved it. I thought it was like such an achievement too in the form. I feel like they kind of next leveled their animation with this one. It was just pretty mind blowing. Thank you so much, JD Does
world
Dev, for the raid
building.
and the sub. Appreciate you, man. I really, really like it. It's in that same kind of Finding Nemo territory for me, where it's just like extremely solid, but just doesn't quite get to the really meaty, dirty, briny, slimy, stuff that I'm trying to get to. Jake?
I mean, okay, there's not a big cry. You don't really get the big cry,
No.
except maybe when Boo is like saying goodbye or whatever. But just like the presence of John Goodman and Billy Crystal give it this like vaudeville hacha cha cha energy that sets it apart.
two-
and
they're
I
the
feel like
best
that's
duo.
worth something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have it as an
And
S
so-
personally.
Really?
I'd be okay with
I think
an
it's
S.
one of
I'd be
their
okay with an S.
classics.
Wow.
It is like up there as like, if you had to pick a mascot, well, it'd be Woody and Buzz. But
Of course.
if you had to pick another duo, it'd be these two.
It'd be the
like,
lamp.
that's an argument for an A, if anything. But it's not as good as Toy Story as a duo. As like a, but it's great. I don't know. It's another one my kid loved, Monsters Inc. And I would play both Mike and Sully back and forth nonstop, and it never kind of got old for me.
That's
I still
great.
doing Mike. Oh, hi. Oh, Mike Wazowski. How you
Hey, it's
doing?
me, Lightning McQueen. How's it going, Mike?
Oh, hi, me, Lightning McQueen. I'm trying. I can't.
Hi, it's me,
I have
Miter.
to-
I have to do these all day.
I'm
His
Merida.
presence alone
I'll
should
marry me
demote-
own Han.
Oh,
All right. Okay. So is it A or S? That's what we're talking.
Well, I would say A, but Reid is saying S. So, Jake, you choose.
S, Vaudeville Hacha Cha gives it puts it over the top for me.
Nice.
It's one of their standards.
Absolutely.
Like, it is one of the go-to, and it stands apart from all the others too.
It's
Very
great.
distinct.
I absolutely love it. All right. Monsters University. I don't think I saw this. I have a feeling Reid
Any
did.
of us see it?
I saw it, and
did.
I actually kind of like it.
I had a great
Okay.
time. It was a really good follow-up.
Just a fun sequel. Like,
A good friends, a good enemies to friends story. Would you believe that Mike and Sully, they weren't always such good buddies?
yeah.
They had a couple of hijinks. They had a couple of hijinks.
Okay.
An unexpected, like, college frat movie of, like, warring frats and sorority. Like, oddly about Greek life, but with monsters. Like, all the monsters dynamics are really fun. I think I put it up as, because I put Monsters Inc. at S, I gave this an A.
Wow, an A?
I could give it a B. I
think it's a
James,
B.
how do you
Man,
feel
I had
about
a great
this?
time.
James,
What do you
how
think?
do
I
you
think
feel?
B sounds right.
All right. Yeah, it's
I think
just
B does
solid.
sound
It's
right.
solid. Yeah. B.
Yeah. Someone said heart element is weak. It doesn't have the cry.
Doesn't
It's
have
a
the
nice friendship story, but it's
Yeah.
it's a little cheap.
Yeah. All right. Up next, Grandma's Boy. What Grandma's Boy? The Adam Sandler classic. I really liked Onward. I have a brother. It's about brothers, which makes it better than Braid, which is about a mother and a daughter. And I think it really like touched the heartstrings for me. I definitely got emotional for sure. Again, because I have a brother and he talks like this. He's like, Holden, how is LA? No, he's the athletic one. He gets a little, yeah, he's the
Just
he's
call
the
it the
hot one.
Holden horn. That's what it's for.
Yeah, that's just
Jake and I are not doing anything to
stop
get
me
worked
from.
out.
I think we got a new
Don't
thing
get
for the
me.
show going
I'm a
for.
good boy. I work hard. I don't betray anybody's trust or confidence.
Like, this is one I saw at the middle of like lockdown, and I was
Yes,
like happy to have it. It was
Yes.
very like fun, but I have not had I don't think anywhere on earth someone's like, hey, you know what movie I'd really love to watch right now? Put on Onward. Like,
You know,
that's just
I think it's
not-
underrated though. I really think it's underrated personally. I thought it maybe it just I wanted it so bad at the time. You're right. It was a pandemic release. I really wanted it to happen for me, but I did feel pulled by it, you know? And because of, again, the situation in which I have a brother, Reid, for the rest of the stream, I'm going to talk to you like this. What do you
You have been
give
talking
it?
differently?
Yes.
I
I'm
thought
talking
that is
different.
how your
Yeah,
voice
wait.
sounds to me. You're talking
Yeah,
differently.
Holden, did your mic get clearer? Your mic, you're coming in real clear.
Yeah, this is how you sound. Holden.
God. Very good. Way to go.
That's
man,
Holden I know and love.
Reid, you've changed, man.
What are you talking?
So, what do you give this?
I give this one a B. It's a good one, but
Okay,
it just doesn't. It's
I'll-
just not as
I'll
permanent.
abide
I
it.
don't know.
I'll go with it.
That's fine.
I'll abide it.
All right.
It's a nice story. It just
Wait,
yeah.
which one?
It was another one of those where it just felt like a premise where it's just like okay, but what if all like the D&D stuff was like in modern times?
Right.
It's
Right.
fun, but the legs are pretty short on that.
But
one,
okay. What if monsters, you know,
We
in
already,
the closet?
we already said B. What's next?
Ratatouille! Talk about a movie that gets my bone cranking, dude. I am in love
Is
with
it-
this.
Is it a fat opinion of me to have to say this is S? Because the way this movie portrays
Whoa.
food and cooking and like the entire sequence where he just eats fruit and cheese and his flavor palette expanding is completely visualized is amazing.
Another
like
Brad Bird.
just
Oh, yeah. And also, by the way, but I don't know if it's going to get to S because when you said the letter S, Reid literally went, oh, no. Reid.
Oh, no. I said, oh, no, as in, like, he was saying it was a fat man's opinion.
Oh, like it's also a little
skinny
it's a little
skin boy.
tiny man's opinion as well.
Oh, yeah, because it is the small man's dream of climbing up a big ginger and just tugging on him until he does what you want. Like, truly, it is so inventive and weird that it has had a way more permanent, like, stamp
the
on pop
idea of
culture.
ratatouilleing somebody is like it's just burned into our collective psyche.
Everyone, everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once couldn't exist without Ratatouille. Is
Ratatouille?
like it's
You're
great.
talking about
Ratatouille. The fact that Ratatouille got to exist, I give it S because there's no fucking movie ever like it ever will be again.
Yeah. I don't think there's ever been a better movie than it.
so weird.
I even think American Beauty could take a couple of notes from Ratatouille, which, of course, we've agreed in history is the greatest American cinematic experience.
Hey, I'm kind of just in the middle. The person who said I missed the story, there's going to be a new fucking episode in like 2 days.
Nice.
Fucking one.
Drew, can't
Anyway.
see. Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it. By the way, I think, how many more veto balloons do we have left? One more veto balloon. If you disagree with these things and you want to make sure that Cars 3 ends up not an S, which is not going to happen, please gift 5 subs, or that Bugs Life's going to be at and rated an A for longer than 2 seconds. As far as I'm concerned, then go ahead and gift subs.
Imagine American Beauty, but instead of Mina Suvari, it's that weird like French lady played by Janine Garofalo from Ratatouille.
She does a great job.
Ooh.
That sounds almost as good as
tough
Oscar
chef
award
lady
winning for best
Doesn't
movie.
take shit and scares you a little. Oh, I love it.
That sounds
Scares me
almost
a
as
lot.
good as Oscar award best movie winner Crash, which is one of the most brilliant race relation filmic things I've seen, and taught me that other people have other problems based on skin. And what is
Can
that?
we say S? I want
Yeah,
S.
let's give it a S.
okay.
Yeah. Jeep say Jesus
Places it goes
crashed
to,
into
and
me.
you
Absolutely.
Still go with it. No one questions it. It's wonderful. The food critic finding like his flashback, like it's incredible.
It stinks. No. All right, what do we have next?
Okay, Mr. Sherman.
Soul. I think I watched Soul Blackout and Pandemic and don't remember. And everyone was like, "Oh, it's kind of mid." I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty mid."
Okay, this is my one thing about Soul, and that is Pixar always like Inside Out. Like, hey, the human mind is like this weird like theme park thing, and it like works like this, and you watch it and you're like, oh, I guess so. Or like in Coco, the afterlife, it's about being remembered, and there are all these different mechanics happening, and you're like, okay, I guess I can see that. Soul is just like this weird like your experiences go in the experience hole, but then if you don't get out of the hole, you get reborn in the reborn. And I was just like I was also drunk on a plane watching this, but it was like the whole time I was like, I don't know if that's what it'd be like. I don't think that is.
Was anybody sober watching this movie?
You know
by the way,
what's funny? I was tripping balls watching.
Was no one sober when they saw
Probably
this
pretty
goddamn
high,
movie.
but I still had I had a nice time with it. It still spoke enough to things, but some of it felt like 2 movies that didn't entirely match up sometimes. Like there's the weird movie about like a soul trying to get back to Earth but doesn't want to, and then another soul that never wanted to go to Earth. That's neat. And then there's like a real story about a dude on Earth that I kind of wish it had just been about him just playing jazz.
Yeah.
And like about culture, and just like him just getting a suit made by his mom. Those parts were gorgeous. Like
Yeah, I think maybe
so much of it.
with the brilliance of how
A
like
real ode to pizza.
with the brilliance of how like a
Coco.
Coco or a Inside Out, it's so simple. They communicate things so well. I'm kind of agreeing with the concept of this had too much premise. You know, it's kind of a combination of like it has too much premise, the Tina Fey thing, You know, it was like, oh, you know, I forget, people thought it was like eye rolly, like a white woman savior thing, or I don't know, something like that. And mixed with my drinking problem, I just don't think that this thing really cuts the mustard. It doesn't even cut the ketchup. Am I right, you fucking...
You were so close to just a sincere thought. It was real. It was real beautiful. And then, okay. So I want to say C. This one is one
I think
that
it's
I'm
mid.
just
I'd
solidly
give it an
wasn't
A. I'd go down to B. I don't think it's bad by any stretch.
Is it as good as... All right, let's do the thing again. Is it as good
It's
as
got a lot
Bug's
of
Life?
beautiful things in it. It's better than Bug's Life. It talks about more things.
Okay, it's better than Bug's Life. Is it better than Brave? It's B. Let's give it a B.
Okay.
Let's give it. He just gave it B. He just did it from under us. All right. How many left? Toy Story. How many do we have left?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
7. Let's fucking bang them out. All right.
Wow,
Toy Story
we're doing
is
it.
S. It created everything. Nothing would exist without it. It's got all the things. It's got the
And
heart. It's got.
On top
It's a.
of that, the story's so fucking tight.
It's
and
so
perfect,
tight.
Like highs and lows, and going to Sid's place. Like, they do a really cool thing that I think they invented basically with this movie, where they have like their little rules of like, okay, in this scenario, what is the worst thing that could happen? They have like all these little questions that they like to ask themselves. And this movie epitomizes like what makes their stories like poppy and fast and gripping and always going to interesting places. Like, top to bottom, this movie's great.
Miles of Style. What? Yeah, it's not just the innovation. It's also awesome. Like it should have like not been nearly as good as it was. The iconic voice acting. It created a whole franchise. It created the face of the whole thing. I mean, it's definitely an S. Miles of Style. What is your balloon? Miles of Style. Use their balloon. And we still have one more, I believe. Veto balloon. 5 gifted subs will get it for you. Miles of Style. What did you have for us? As we figure that out, let's move on to, I'm guessing, Toy Story 2. I'm just going to guess it's Toy Story 2. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to Ratatouille to get moved from S back to S. That makes no sense.
All right. Get it out of S.
Pop
put
it.
in
Get
S.
rid of it. Okay.
All right.
All right. Toy Story 2, also really good. It's I would maybe say it's an A, though. Maybe.
Yeah, okay,
B.
there's
Like,
the
it's
scene
good.
where the old man restores Woody. Very beautiful, very poignant.
Right.
But like Stinky Pete, like
Love
it's
Stinky
Woody
Pete.
once again. The
The
idea
airport
of like
thing is kind of neat, but a little, I don't know.
yeah. I hate
Um,
Bullseye the horse. I think Bullseye the horse could just fucking become
But
glue.
Jesse's Sarah McLachlan song, oh, great.
Oh
Jesse's
yeah,
song.
shit.
when I was your whatever the song
Sing
is.
it.
It's
Sing. Make
beautiful. It
something
made me
up if you
cry.
don't know it.
It's when someone needs
I
me.
was your cowgirl, you'd let me sleep on your pillow. Rodeo, the horse I rode never chafed me none. My hips were strong and I knew how to tie knots.
I loved at the very end when Woody sat Buzz down and there was that really weird, awkward ending. And he's just like, I want to take you on a slow boat to China. I give it a A.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, give
Let's
it
go
A.
there. Let's go there.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't want to play with this movie anymore. Let's move on to another one.
Yeah. Let's move on to another one. Toy Story 3 is S.
S.
It's S.
That's
Jake.
4.
Oh, that's
Did I
4.
say four wrong?
Toy Story 3, ladies and gentlemen. Is that yes? Are we cool with that? You cool with
When
that,
they-
Reed?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, when they all hold hands and
Absolutely.
embrace death together, holy shit! I was screaming in the theater. I was
Oh.
screaming.
The way what they didn't do in Toy Story 2, they made the characters grow up and like time pass, and it cut deeper than Toy Story 1. Like it was amazing.
I will
it's
say
actually
I-
I think my favorite Pixar movie.
It
Like,
was
if
so
I could give it
good.
a rank above S, I would.
I mean, I will say I
it's
was
amazing.
really, really fucked up when I was watching this one, and I remember just trying to swallow my own tongue, just going like the whole movie.
Oh, several times when he's
Also-
playing with the toys with Bonnie at the end.
Oh yeah.
That killed me. When he's just saying goodbye
Also-
to his toys. Just like, yeah, you gotta grow up, buddy.
Lotso is like one of the best Pixar villains ever. He's so
Oh,
goddamn
yeah.
like charismatic and threatening at the God,
So
this scene
good,
fucked me up.
dude. So good. I was crying, but I was also making fun of everybody around me. I was like, "You're crying, you're crying." Hey, everybody!
Third
This little
movie
kid's
of any franchise is
crying.
this good.
No.
Like, it's an
Some
almost
people
impossible
like
thing to
they
make the
don't know what
third
happens
of
in
a.
this movie.
All right, let's give
Okay.
it. Let's give it an S, and then let's move it over to Toy Story 4, which I can't remember whether I watched it or not. I truly can't.
The
the
magic
one
trick
with
this movie
Forky.
pulled off is that everybody, when they first saw the trailer for this, were like, "Come the fuck
Yeah,
on!
come
Are
on.
you kidding me? Are you kidding?" Like 3 was such a perfect like capstone.
Why would you
to
do
this
this?
entire saga? Why would you do it? And then 4 came out, and son of a bitch, it was worth the time to watch. It
was
like
great.
gave Woody extra closure. The whole idea, it's dumb. They put the character everywhere, but like, what's his name, Forky, who's just
Forky
like has
rules.
the idea that like if a child plays with it and imbues it with toyness, it is birthed into this
It's so
cosmology.
funny.
Of
That's
toyness.
great.
It's so funny.
And it's just like a weird trash man that just wants to be thrown away the whole movie. Like, what a funny, dumb twist.
Yeah, that
like,
was. Oh, I did see this. Yeah, I remember Forky. Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Gavin,
it was good,
Gabby's
not
an
as good as
interesting
the
one.
others. It's
Yeah,
as good as
but
Toy
it's-
Story 2, though. Like,
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
have any right to be that good, and then made me think, actually, fuck, I'll take a 5. I'll take a Toy Story 5.
Yeah.
You want to
Okay.
hurt me? You keep doing it well. I trust you.
All right, let's give that
Before
an
Tim
A,
Allen self-immolates himself or something.
and let's put Bugs Life at C.
Oh, you just popped?
Yeah.
Popped?
Yep,
What was it at before? B?
it was a B.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we bumped it up to B for its
Yeah, just before they
Socialist.
try to make it A. Oh, we still have, by the way, 5 gifted subs will get you a veto balloon as well. Okay, what is next?
Nope.
Turning Red. Oh, yeah, Turning Red. I love Turning Red. Jake loves Turning Red.
I want to say S. I think it is funny. I think it is.
I also put it at
I think
S.
it's visually interesting. The ending sequence when they're at the boy band concert and the ancient Chinese like matriarchy chant blends in with the pop music. I was like, why am I feeling all these emotions? Torgo makes they hit the fucking Pentagon joke, which was very the meme where like one review is like, I find it hard to believe that in this like thing set in the early 2000s, the specter of 9/11 is nowhere to be seen. But it's so good. No, the friendship is great. The just again just from a visual comedy standpoint, this movie uses so many like anime tropes and so many like kind of Eastern influences that as someone that grew up with anime, I
Jarbard, thank you for the
really
sub.
loved it. Like you guys chat, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I want this to be S. I loved with a capital L this movie, and the fact that it also got screwed over because of pandemic times.
It's
is a
totally
tragedy.
underrated.
Yeah.
Like I said, Onward was underrated, but I'm happy with that being at like B. But like this was super underrated. Hilaire, thank you so much for the
fantastic.
5 gifted subs. Appreciate you, Hilaire.
For me, the Four Town music is
Yes.
spot on.
So good, the boy
Like,
band.
So good. That
So
it
good.
comes on our playlist for the kids, and I'm like, I listen to this every time. It's great.
Yeah.
It captures it very well. For me too, it's the evolution of the Pixar style. Pixar's been fucking since Toy Story locked into pretty much the exact same style, iterations of it. It grows, it gets more evolved. But this was the first one where it was like, oh, they're actually like doing something different.
Yeah.
The characters are way more interestingly stylized. The physics, like Jake talking about the animation, it was way more realized and funny. Like it feels like it's keeping up with some of the other animation like leaps that other studios are doing. And I was like, okay, they can still hang out in this, and it was great.
All right, fantastic. I love the conspiracy, by the way, but you have to agree, if you're gonna do that, I just want you to know deep down Bug's Life is not an A tier movie. You must know that it is absolutely a B as fuck movie. It is extremely B. But go for it. You just know, and we know that it is a B tier film, not an A tier film. There's nothing about it that screams A tier in comparison to the other movies.
Dave Foley has been through a lot. He needs this, okay? Let Dave Foley have this.
All right, here we go. There you go. Yeah, and just know one of the two people making it A. All right, Hilaire's already moving it up. Just know one of the two people who are moving it up to A is literally just doing it out of solidarity and has not seen the film. See. No, it's a B. It's a B right now. And then yeah.
Another movie about bugs was better than it in the same year. Despite
I'm maybe edging up too.
The
all right.
presence of Woody Allen.
It is now an A. All right. You know what you have to do, Reid and Jake. But before we do that, Jake's favorite movie, I'm going to... Yeah, pop both of them. I'm going to give Jake what he wants, so hopefully Jake will give me what I want when he uses his veto balloon in a little bit. And let's make that movie, Turning Red, an S-tier filmic experience. Thank you so much. Literally in a political bid to get you to do what you know you need to do with Bug's Life. All right, what do we have next? To close things out, we got a couple more. Up is S. Get it out over with. It's S.
No. The opening is brilliant.
S.
The opening is brilliant. There's a whole ass movie. There's a whole ass movie afterwards where like it's about like a aging Howard Hughes aerialist in South America or whatever the fuck.
Still
and
great
like,
though. The dog.
Everybody.
The dog.
Doug is great.
And the bird.
Just watch one of the shorts. Yeah, they're great, but like there's a whole movie after the fucking miscarriage.
I agree.
And
it's
yes,
A.
every single time the miscarriage is on screen.
But what's the movie? In film
off.
class, I was taught this, and I will say it again and again. The teacher said, in order to enjoy a movie, all you need to do is watch the first 10 minutes of the movie. Once that is done, you will have seen enough of the film to make a decision on the film. You'd never need to actually watch more. If the director and writer and actors have done their job correctly, then the only part you need to watch is the first 10 minutes to know whether or not it's a perfect film. There it is. So, and I agree with that. That's why I only watch the first 10 minutes of every single movie I've ever seen. American Beauty, American Hustler, all the best movies, Green Book.
I can't.
The perfect film. Green Book, the perfect movie. Oscar award winning.
All right.
What was
Jake's absolutely right. Though.
What's the Football Man movie? What's the Football Man movie where she,
Brighter Side.
Blindside. All the greatest films ever made are, and Rudy. Let's throw that in there too. As well, and only the third Lord of the Rings movie.
We're doing Pixar movies right now.
Okay, sorry, but I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying, dude, that it's the thing.
It's good time considering it's double the usual list.
Yeah. So, anyways,
we can really stretch out, get comfortable now that
we got. Is that all of them?
Almost. Up is an A. I agree with you. It is. All jokes aside.
The rest of the movie, I'm always like, this is what this movie's about. Oh yeah, it's funny. They're old guys. They're having a fight, but it's not that funny.
Yeah. The dog part's good.
Their back. The dog part is great.
Yeah, all the dog stuff's great.
The big bird, like hugging the little boy and turning him into a swing. The bird's great.
Beautiful.
I'm okay with this.
Kevin.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't just automatically go full S because of what is, again, 7 minutes of opening movie. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, I could put a miscarriage on the big screen and make you cry about it. That's easy. All right,
I know.
go.
I know it's next.
Yeah,
Make me
it's
laugh.
it's sad.
Now that's a challenge.
All right, let's do A. Yeah, it's not D, dude. I'm gonna D on you, dude. I don't even know what that means. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to get weird with you, James. I was weird with you last week. I want to be nice to you this week because you're traumatized.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it. Wally, fat guy on a little mobile chair.
That's another thing that people are like, oh, the opening, the Hello Dolly, the love story, and then like you forget that like most of the movie is about fat people chair society.
I
and
love
their
fat people
struggle
chair
to-
society. I love fat people chair society though. Okay, I would definitely put all this stuff. I love this imagining of the future, and I think it's only come more and more true. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody's dumb and sitting in a chair these days. It's ridiculous. It's pathetic. All three of us are doing it right now. Who could have known? You know? Yeah. Tears is the only one standing up for people's rights. Okay? It's noble. All right? Noble with Holden McNeely
Holden,
on Fox
can I-
coming this week. What's up?
Can I tell you something weird that's been happening to me this week? Nick Mullen of the Adam Friedland Show and a bunch of other podcasts has been telling a story about when we used to do comedy back in DC about a very true thing where I got way too high at a screening of WALL-E and had to leave the theater because I convinced myself that the people sitting next to me were trying to like alert the security that I was like too high and that they were going to get me.
That's amazing.
And I was 24 years old, and the guy that rolled the joint that we smoked beforehand, after we got in the car and I like came down, was like, "Oh yeah, I should have told you. That stuff I got, it's called nuclear holocaust. Yeah, it hit pretty hard for me too." And I was like, I don't get high. Why did you give me nuclear holocaust?
Yeah, I love it. It really
But
gets
set
me
the record
going.
Straight.
Yeah.
Set the record straight. Nick says I was 28 at the time. That's pathetic.
That's
Gross.
ridiculous.
That's silly. I could handle my shit at 28. I was 24 at the time, which is still sad that I couldn't handle my shit, but I feel like emotionally there's a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We were good little boys growing up. At 24, we
That's
first
right.
started to say, maybe I'll try drug.
I think Wally's an S, dude. I do kind of think it is. It's because again, it's also like even you could argue you were like, oh, Turning Red. It was like kind of a different story, but at the same time, like they did already do like a coming of age story before that. They've done like, oh, this is the inner world of a thing like 100 times. Monsters in the Closet, Toy Stories. People's Emotions, but with WALL-E, it was like an actual interesting like environmentalist sci-fi story, that was set in the future that kind of I don't know, it was also I think a highlight and different from the like normal grain of like what if clocks have feelings, you know what I mean, or whatever they do in that think tank.
If they took this kind of like they don't do this kind of movie anymore. Where a character
well, they
doesn't
tried
speak
and it
for
was
so
Lightyear,
long.
and it was.
Well, no, but
I mean like an artistic, like kind of silent, like for a kids movie.
Yes, and the silence too. Come on, yeah,
it's
it was
really great.
Castaway, another one of the greatest films ever made of all time. For sure is like that as well. There's no talking for most of it, Reid, until he gets off the island. And I hate to spoil that for people, but he gets off the island and tries to get his wife back, but she's with another guy. And I know I just spoiled Castaway for a bunch of people, but I would have killed that guy. And I would have been like, okay, I have to go to my car. And I had to walk to my car and grabbed a shotgun from the trunk. And it just would have been a mess at the end of that movie if it was me. Like Captain Murphy or whatever that other movie was with the pirates that he did. Captain Calvin or Captain what? Captain Phillips, man, one of the greatest films ever made. Reid?
I was just trying to tell you that if you read my version of Castaway, it ends with him getting what's the Wilson. Wilson gets pregnant. And it's a beautiful story. Like my ending of Castaway is so beautiful. He just falls into his like imagined weird paranoia, like lonely brain, And then it becomes a Pixar movie at the end. It's
this
just
like
him
human
falling in love.
It'd be like this
it's very
Cronenbergian,
Wall-E-like, honestly.
It'd be like this Cronenbergian cross between a volleyball and like a human, right? And it's all disgusting. And then it just turns to Tom Hanks and it just goes,
like,
I'm the
skin,
captain
squid
now.
Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, it's
I'm
ass.
the
Wally's.
volleyball.
We're gonna need a bigger island. It's a tumor.
Yeah, you gotta give it S though.
I
Right?
test it.
Same as like
Holden,
Monsters
how
Inc. It's like-
much? Just for the record, how much like weird Los Angeles wildfire particles have you been breathing every day? You are.
Well, I've been trying to hike up in the
unhinged, my
mountains all during it. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. Yeah, California.
Free weed out here. I mean,
doable.
legal or whatever. And it's free sometimes, anyways. If you just got to go all the places for the first time. Anyways, all right, Vape Lords, thank you so much for joining tonight. This is our list. We got a couple veto balloons and pop. We're getting out of here. At F tier, we've got Lightyear. At D tier, we've got Cars 2. At C tier, we've got Elemental, Finding Doris, the dinosaur movie, The Last Dinosaur, or whatever it is, or the first one, or whatever it is, Invincibles 2. At B,
Dinosaur.
we've got
Terrible name.
Brave. Oh, Brave to watch it. Pretty boring. Cars, Luca, Gay Italians. Something else. One Piece? What is that?
Monsters University.
Monsters University, Onward, underrated, Soul, overrated. At A, we've got Cars 3 because it is incredible. We've got Finding Nemo because it's mid. We've got Inside Out. We've got Toy Story 2. We've got Toy Story 4. We've got Bug's Life, which is super a C movie. We've got Up. And then at S, we've got Coco. We've got Invincibles. We've got Inside Out 1. We've got Monsters Inc. We've got Toy Story 1. We've got Ratatouille. Hey, eats, he loves. We've got Toy Story 3. We've got Turning Red. It's her period. And we've got Wall-E. Motherfucker. Jake and Reid, one veto balloon each, and we're out of here.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
go
wanna
ahead
do it or
and
should I?
put Bug's Life up to S. I'll go ahead and do it. That's fine.
S.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. There you have it. What's next? Dead to me. What's next? He's dead to me. I'll just change the show. Now it's called Beers of a Frown. We're just gonna drink and fucking talk about how sad. What else we got?
Oh, you're all good.
Cars
We're
Life.
fine.
Yeah,
three
Red
or
Age already
whatever
went.
it is.
So we just got Reid. What's your last
Cars
one?
Life 3. We gotta fucking move that down to C. Are you kidding me?
Which one? Cars 3?
Cars Life 3.
You can move it down to B, and that's all you
Cars
can do.
Life-
You
I
can't
keep
move it down
calling it
2.
Cars Life 3.
It's B. Put it at B. It's not a C. It's not a C. It's a lot better than that. It's a lot better than that. It's a B. It's a B.
Here's
When
the
you're
house
making a
balance.
3.5-year-old girl really sad, James. So that's really brave of you. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the B, James. And we know what the list is. Okay, Reid, you were mid. I give you a C. Jake, you were a little bit better today. I give you a B.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
What could I say to you to get me up to S? What do you need to hear, Holden? I'll whisper anything.
I want to hear a little bit more of this Monsters Inc. impression. I tell you what, plug your plugs and say goodbye to everybody to close out the show as Billy Crystal and John Goodman in Monsters Inc.
Hi everybody, how you doing here?
Oh, hey everybody, how you doing?
So I was thinking about The Story Must Be Told. Oh my god, The Story Must Be Told. I can't believe we haven't talked about The Story Must Be Told.
Mike, we have been talking about the story was told. Reid talked about there's going to be an episode in like 2 days the other, just a little bit ago.
Oh yeah, it's called The Pope Walked Onto His Balcony. That's really funny that they called it that. That sounds like it's just the very first line of the story, because they didn't want to reveal anything later in it, because it's really fucking funny, and it's so annoying. It's so fucking annoying, this one. Anyway.
Oh, you should talk about Reid's
audiobook that he's been releasing that's like a serious, really sad corporate horror literary fiction thing about a god corporation and the people that commit atrocities for it. Oh yeah, Dead Bird Songs. Yeah, you can go to patreon.com/Reid Faylor. It's REIDF as in Frank, AYLOR, and you can listen to a really sad audiobook. How about that?
All right, that's it. Go check those things out. Holden McNeely, that's Jake Young. We're fucking at it again, bitches. We'll be back next week. Some more shit to make you sick. Peace.